Hey everybody, Marcel with Irnieracing News. What is it? April 22nd, 2024. We're going to talk about people in Toronto. 1 in 10 Torontonians, 1 in 10% of people in Ontario eat at the food bank.
You came to Daily Bread Food Bank today. What was the thing that shocked you the most? I know you've talked about this issue a lot in the House of Commons, but what shocked you the most as you did the actual tour?
One statistic. This food bank feeds 1 in 10 Torontonians. It's just, let that sink in. 1 in 10 Torontonians eats at this food bank. There's been a 6-fold increase in food bank demand for this one food bank. Like, unbelievable. It's a 500% increase. We have half of Canadians eating less than they should, a fourth of school children going to school malnourished. This is the miserable life that people are living after 9 years of inflationary debt and spending by the Trudeau government that has destroyed purchasing power, taken people's money, punished their work, and doubled their housing costs.
The government brought out their budget.
Just unbelievable, just to put that in perspective. Pretty soon it'll be 1 in 10 Torontonians are homeless. That's the next step.
This week, and they would say that we're making life more affordable. I look at the cost of everything going up, and I think that has to be wiping out all of these gains that they say they're making for people.
What gains? What gains? You know, for example, there's a lot of beautiful slogans, like a school food program. Only problem is there's no food. They don't provide any food. They promised this program 3 years ago. There's not a single ham sandwich that has been served at any school anywhere in Canada. There's been a lot of bureaucracy created and money spent, but at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. And we have more people at food banks than ever before. In fact, the food banks are literally running out of food, so that some people are joining Facebook groups to learn tricks on how to eat food out of a garbage can. The Dumpster Diving Network, look it up on Facebook, 8,000 members now. This is the kind of horror story that we never imagined possible before Justin Trudeau.
Okay, so here's a group for just Toronto, Dumpster Diving Network of Toronto. It's got 10,000 members. Dumpster Diving in Canada A, 13,000 members. Dumpster Diving Tips and Fines, 135,000 members. Yep. Okay.
Mentioned possible before Justin Trudeau. But when you tax the farmers who make the food and the truckers who ship the food, you tax all who buy the food, and people can't afford to buy it anymore.
So what do you do to fix that? You've got a budget deficit that has become structural. It is now inflation going up. The Bank of Canada interest rates are not coming down. All of those things make it not just more difficult for Canadian families, but for the government to pay the bills as well. So how do you deal with that? How do you make life better for Canadians? Make life more affordable?
Well, the good news is that life wasn't like this before 9 years of Trudeau, and it won't be like this after he's gone. We're going to axe the carbon tax to lower the cost of the farmers who produce the food, the truckers who ship the food, and the local grocers who sell us our food, so we can have more affordable food. We're going to cut income tax so that working people bring home more of each dollar they earn, and they can afford food.
You cut income tax? I hadn't heard that before.
Oh, I've said it many times. We will be cutting income tax. We have to, because the working poor can't afford to pay their bills because they lose so much. You make it, and Trudeau takes it. We have to cut taxes to reward hard work. We're going to cap government spending and cut waste to bring down deficits, interest rates, and inflation. And we're going to require municipalities get out of the way so builders can build homes people can afford by making it a requirement that cities permit 15% more home building per year as a condition of getting federal funds. That way we can build the homes that make it affordable. It's hard to believe, but 9 years ago, when I was housing minister, the average rent was $973 a month. That was not even a decade ago. So we've proven we can make housing affordable. We've got to build the homes to do it.
Do you feel like the Trudeau Liberals, after saying you had no housing plan for so long, after mocking what you were putting forward, they're stealing it now? I mean, they announced, we'll release federal lands, federal buildings for homes. Is that a compliment, or how do you see it?
Well, if they were actually going to do it, I'd be happy. But what they've done is they've taken all of my ideas and they've promised that some point in the future they will do them. But the reality is they're big on talk, short on execution. They, as Elvis Presley might say, a little less conversation, a little more action, please.
Okay, guys, well, I got to get back to other work. I got to prepare for court coming up on May 2nd, 2024. Me versus Constable Conrad Herbs. The saga continues May 2nd, 10:45 a.m., room 350 at the Kelowna Courthouse. If you're interested in coming, just show up outside the courthouse around 10 or 10 a.m. and I'll meet and greet you guys. Anyways, have a good one. Irnieracing News. Make sure to share this to beat the censor tube algorithm.